Someone did put in the comments, do I snack on things or do I just eat the foods that, you see? So I'm going to show you what it is I snack on as well. I do have another video in which I do a review of the things that I snack on and the things that are healthy. So go and check that out. So what I do is I did have some whole cashews, but I just saved the container because I make some a nut mixture here, and since I'm running low, I'm going to make another one. I just wanted to show you what I'm going to do. So it's very simple, and just to show you how easy things are not that difficult, and you don't need to go and buy something that's already mixed up when you can make your own. So here's what I do. I take some pecan halves, or pecans, and not particular to a brand, but I just take some pecans, and I'm just going to pour all of it in there that I have left over, because I do have some that I do get on rotation, so to speak, on Amazon. I'll leave the links to everything that I'm showing you on Amazon, as always, in case anybody wants to order it. Now, I do have some walnut halves and pieces. Walnuts are really good for you. And I do not have that many of them left, but what I do have left over, I'm going to add to the mixture. And I should have my shipment coming in pretty soon, so I'll add some more to it as I get it. And then I love pumpkin seeds. Who used to eat pumpkin seeds as a kid? I remember I used to eat pumpkin seeds with all that salt on it. Oh my goodness. But these are already shelled, and they do not have any sodium in it. So I'm going to add some of these. And pumpkin seeds are really, really good for you as well. I mean, you can, go and look up the nutritional value of the pumpkin seeds, but I always like to show you guys. So if you guys can see that. So 180 calories for a quarter cup, as you could see with the nutrition facts, to which we're not going to eat a quarter cup. Total fat 15 grams, which is 19%. Saturated fat 2 grams, which is 10%. Trans fat 0, so that's good. It does have some poly and mono unsaturated fat, as you can see there. It does have 5% of sodium, 7 grams of carbs, which is 3%, and then dietary fibers 3 grams. So you subtract, that's 11%, so that's really good. And so you subtract the amount of fiber from the total carbs, and your net carbs will only be 4. Total sugars 0, well, less than 1 gram. It says includes added sugars is 0. Protein, as you see, is 6%. Protein, as you see, is 6 grams. It does have a little bit of 2% of calcium, 8% of iron, potassium is 2%, but look at the vitamin E. Vitamin E is 70%, which is great, and it even has zinc, so that's really good. So we're going to add that to the mix, the sunflower kernels. Who out there used to eat sunflower seeds as a kid and still do? The shelled ones, the ones with the shell, excuse me. Those were always fun. We always see people, just shaking sunflower seeds in their hand, and they come in all different kinds of flavors. I'm not, partial to any particular flavor. I just like the plain ones. So next, I just had some cashews that were left over, and I'm going to just add that in it. Ooh, pecan kind of escaped. Something always escapes. So I'm just going to add the few that I had left over from another container in there. Also, I'm going to add some pistachio nuts. I really love pistachio nuts. I like to get them already packaged when I'm eating pistachio nuts alone as a snack, because it's 120 calories. It's already portioned. Now, these are the ones that I usually get. These are with the shell. These are without the shell. So for this, I'm just going to add them in there when I want to use it in some form of mixture or some form of recipe. I will have just a few with no shells on it. But they're really wonderful. And in fact, that's the brand, pun intended. Now, this does say, so you can see the nutrition facts, one bag has 130 calories, 10 grams of fat. But don't get excited with the fat, because these nuts provide you with healthy fat, okay? So don't get all excited and say, oh, that's too much fat. Healthy fat. There's healthy fat and then there's unhealthy fat, right? So 1.5 of saturated fat, and which is 8% of the daily value. No trans fat, polyunsaturated fat 3 grams, monounsaturated fat 6 grams, 0 cholesterol, 110 of sodium, because this has salt in it. So maybe you could find it without salt, those of you who are really watching your salt, but this is only 5% of the daily value in sodium. But 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber. Subtract the fiber from the total grams of carbs, that gives you 4 is your net. 2 grams of sugar, no added sugar. Protein 5 grams, which is 9%. Vitamin D, nothing. Calcium 2%. It does have 6% of iron, and it does have 4% of potassium. All right, so that's what's in there. I'm going to use the ones, like I said, that do not have the shell, but I just wanted to show you, how they come in different packs. So I'm just going to add 2 packs in here, not much. And then I'm going to show you what else I add, just for a little sweet tooth. It satisfies the sweet, it combines the sweet and the salty really good. And you're going to see here in just a second what it is that I do add. Now, what I add are some dried cranberries. Now, usually I can get the ones that has low sugar. It's a lower sugar dried cranberry. So I just add a little bit in there, and this has been doing me well. It hasn't been causing any weight stalls, any weight gain or anything. So I'm okay with that. All right. And everything, guys, is within moderation. If you sat there and ate handfuls and cupfuls and bagfuls, okay. But if you're just having a little bit of it, like I said, everything again in moderation. So here comes what I put in it just to satisfy that sweet tooth even more. Sometimes when I don't have dried cranberries, I will put this in it. And these are GMO-free stevia sweetener baking chips. Okay, so I like the dark chocolate. And as you can see, there's no sugar added, 55% cacao. And see, 1 tablespoon is, and I'm not having 1 tablespoon either. So 1 tablespoon is 60 calories, 6% of fat, 15% saturated fat, no cholesterol, no sodium. Carbs is 9 grams, which is 3%, but the fiber is 5 grams, which is 18%. And so what you do, again, is subtract the fiber from the total carbs to give you a net carbs of 4, no sugar added. It does have 3 grams of erythritol. And I want to say things about erythritol. You're reading things about erythritol. It's like, oh my God, that's horrible for you. And it's been linked to increased cardiac events and blood clots. But look at the source, okay, guys? Look at the source of the article that you're reading. And then go and, if you can, decipher true medical documentation, not someone's blog, not someone's post, because you don't know if, the ages of these people that they did the studies on. Did they have other comorbid conditions? What else did they have? They could have been at risk for a heart attack already. So now if you're adding a little bit of erythritol, everything is within moderation. So there's, from what I understand, there's no I have to do more research myself, but there's no recommended amount of erythritol. But, I read in one spot where it said 10 or 30 teaspoons or something like that. If I only have 2 teaspoons of erythritol, 2 versus 30. And I've been using things with erythritol for over 5, 6, I don't even know, years. And I'm okay. So again, everything is within moderation, guys. And make sure you're doing your due diligence and your air quotes, research. And what I mean by research is not just reading the first thing that pops up on a Google search. If you can and understand it and can decipher it, go and read the actual white paper, which is the actual medical studies. And even with that, you have to be careful as to who did the medical study. Was it a paid study? Is it, it's a whole lot of things. So, it's always something that comes up. But, just wanted to say that part about the erythritol. Protein, it does have 1 gram. And as you see in calcium, it doesn't have any calcium or vitamin D, 2% iron, and 2% of potassium in this, okay? And so this has the ingredients. It does have chocolate liqueur, inulin, which is good. It does have the erythritol, as you know, cocoa butter, sunflower lecithin, vanilla extract, and stevia leaf. All right, so that's what I put in this, just for some added sweetness and, you know, chocolate craving, just a few. And so that's it. That's all, guys. So what I do is I just take this, and then as you see, you know, they're all mixed together. For those who like ASMR, you'll love this noise. And so I gave it a good mix, and now you can see what's in there. There was another pecan that escaped. So, you know, give it a good mix, and you see how it is, how it comes out, what it looks like. You know, once everything is all mixed together, as you can see, it's a good blend of all the ingredients. And don't worry if it does settle to the bottom, to which it will, as you can see the crumbs and everything. Shake it up as you go. All right, then to portion things off, instead of just grabbing it and eating it, or just having this in front of you, which you will tend to overeat, what I do is I have these portion cups, and I've done reviews on this even before I did the surgery. I think it was before I did the surgery or just after I did the surgery, of how I utilize these portion cups. These are condiment cups. They're actually 2 ounces. And so I love them. They snap, and I fill them up, and I take them everywhere. Anytime that I go out, I make sure I have either this or a bar or some other kind of healthy snack that you've seen in my other videos. So this is what I do, guys. I just take it and scoop some nuts out, and there you have it. This is what I do. All right, and you know, just put the top on it, snap, 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 and look at that. 2 ounces of healthy nuts. And it, you know, even has the dried fruit with the cranberry and some of the sugar-free chocolate chips. That's optional if you don't like chocolate. They have some sugar-free butterscotch. I do like that. But this is just to show you. This is what I would snack on in between meals, or to substitute it for a meal. Sometimes I don't feel like eating, and so I will eat the 2 ounces of the nuts, and this will be a meal. Just get something to drink, or maybe have a couple of slices of cheese, or some cheese shreds, or an apple, and this will actually be a meal for me. So believe it or not, you know, because that's what, you know, we could do, a VSG or not. You know, whether you had bariatric surgery or not, you can definitely make it a meal. But that's just, I just wanted to give you an idea. This is also part of my what I eat in a day. And I just wanted to show you, you know, what I do snack on if I get hungry in between meals, if I don't actually eat breakfast, you know, but, you know, I just eat lunch, or if I drink my breakfast, and then, you know, since it's just liquid, as you see with the shakes, they're very low calorie, so then I'm going to get hungry. And so if I'm out and about, it's always good to do some form of meal prep. It prevents you from, number one, starving, and number two, it prevents you from eating the wrong things that are unhealthy for you. And it does save money, so you can do it yourself, guys. So that's it. That's all. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.